The Jill of all trades, Michelle C, aka DJ Make a Move. She cute. Your host of Kandid TV, everywhere you need to be. And if you don't know by now, it's not your typical interview, y'all.
Candy kisses blown away. Candy kisses, TV for tomorrow today. Man, throw that auto-tune on that bitch. Have me sound like Teddy Payne.
Hi there, this is Kim Cole, and you are rocking with Kandid Kisses TV.
It's your boy Talent, baby. We chillin', Kandid Kisses TV with my girl Michelle C. Don't take it personal.
Yo, what's up? It's bruh man from the fifth floor. In the ATL, chillin' with Kandid Kisses TV.
What's up, y'all? You're watching Kandid Kisses TV with my homegirl, Michelle.
Hello there. Have you asked yourself what you're missing? I have. It's Kandid Kisses TV.
What up, Kiss fam? It's your girl, Michelle C, aka DJ Make a Move, the Jill of all trades, and I'm back. Yes, I am back. First and foremost, you know what? Come on now. Act like you know. You know what time it is. Subscribe now. I'm going to tell you, mom. Come on now. It's free $99. Does not cost you $0 raise. It's free to hook your girl up. And guess what, y'all? We are on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Radio Public, all things streams. We out here. And guess what else? We on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and you already on YouTube right now. So come on. Act like you know. Get a part of the Kiss fam and join in the fun. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if you didn't come over here to clown, don't come to the circus, baby. Because we over here, up and shoot through in here, we have a good time. We act for food. Because, you know, people that work every day like me, we need a release. And this is where you release that, baby. Come on over here and act the fool with us. So today, I'm doing something I've never done. I am doing a reaction video to someone that is very well known over the internet streets. Now, if you were listening to our podcast yesterday, I have my special guest, one of my very good friends, been knowing him since I ain't finna tell my age, but we go back. We go down like 4 flat tires, like way back, way back. You know what I'm saying? But we discussed Mr. Kevin Samuels. Is he a bully or not? So if you didn't listen to yesterday's episode, shame on you first and foremost. Get your life together, your whole entire life. And go on back there. That's right. Go on back. Check out that episode so you can understand why I'm doing this one. So, you know, I'm going to throw a sprinkle in a couple of my grind, my gloss. You know, if y'all don't know about that, you know, check out my grinds, my gloss episodes. But, I'm going to talk about a couple of things that grinds my gloss, and not in particular, maybe a little things that might grind my gloss with his platform. Speaking of Mr. Kevin Samuels. Now listen, don't get it twisted. I do not hate the man. I for one, think he's doing a phenomenal job of going viral and making and putting necessary conversations out there that needs to be had. So don't get it twisted. Just because I'm speaking on him or about him, it's not because I want to bash the man. I could, you know, everybody has their own opinion of how he responds or acts or whatever the case may be, and including me, I have my own opinion too. But by all means, I'm not using my platform to bash anyone. I'm just going to give my opinion. You take it how you take how you live, pimp. You know what I'm saying? But no, at the end of the day, I feel like he does have some good points. But then, just like all of us that are human, he also has some bad points too. We all have flaws, including myself. And listen, if I don't do nothing else, I check myself before I try to check others. So I'll tell you that from a learning experience. Yeah, I'm never the one. I'm not going to come and intentionally point my finger to anyone, because for every finger that's pointing at you, it's going to be 10 that's pointing back. Trust and believe that. That's not a game. So definitely, I never come in with intentions to hurt, hinder, or harm. But again, like all people, we all have our opinions. You can either agree or disagree. Either way, ain't no sweat off my back. But we are going to go ahead and get into it now. If you have not been noticing, scrolling at the bottom is our Cash App, $ KISSABL, no E. If you love the podcast, like a lot of y'all seem to be joining in and having a good time, and I appreciate y'all, definitely go ahead and hit the Cash App, donate. No dollar amount's too small. Do what you can, because I'm doing what I can. So let's go ahead and get into it. So I'm going to talk about, before we get into the reactions to some of the things that we talked about yesterday on the podcast, some of my grinds my gloss. Number one thing that grinds my gloss, first of all, I had to get an oil change today, y'all. And I hate that. I don't want to put it out there like this, but the truth of the matter is, these men, these mechanics, they do try to take advantage of us. I get in there now, granted, this is the first time I'm getting this oil change because I got a different car, and I've never had to get an oil change on this car until today. And I was like, you know what? I haven't gotten an oil change since I got it from the dealership. So let me go ahead and check that out, because they didn't tell me when the last time the oil change was happening. So just to make sure I'm straight and I'm not paying a car note for no reason, let me go ahead and get all my stuff tuned up, right? I pull up into the dang on gas station, not gas station, I'm sorry, the oil change place. Okay, I go to this particular one because you get in, you get out. That's typically why I go to that one, because I do not have patience. I'm sorry. I am still at this ripe age of gloriness. I'm still working on my patience. But nonetheless, I go to this actual oil change place, for one, because they're not the most expensive and they still get the job done, and you get in and get out. I pull up. The guy was like, okay, what you getting done today? Clearly, I'm getting oil change, but I ain't gonna toot no horns. But get in there. He's like, okay, cool. So he starts, fiddling around and doing whatever you do to get the oil change. Now, in the middle of him doing the oil change, two things that I noticed. He's taking a little bit longer than I'm used to people taking. And I'm thinking like, well, maybe it's my car, because this is a newer car, and the older cars, are easy to get to. You can reach in there or do whatever. So maybe the engine is set up a different way. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. It's not my job, but cool. I'm chilling, because I ain't got to get a car. All I got to do is pull off, once I pay him, and I'm good. So then I notice he goes to the inside to do something. When he comes back out with a sandwich. A sandwich. Proceeds to put the sandwich in my car where the engine is. I see him lay the sandwich there on my engine, and he's looking. Ain't did nothing yet, just looking. And I'm like, okay. All right. Proceeds to pick up the sandwich, take a couple of bites, put the sandwich back down on my engine. Keeps looking at the car. And I'm thinking like, okay, it can't... Did I disturb your lunch break, sir? Like, okay, whatever. Now, mind you, the way this oil change is set up, you have to pull up and then there's someone underneath. So typically it's fast because the guy that's underneath usually changes the thing out or whatever. And then he just tells the guy at the top to ring you out. This particular day, I don't know if they had nobody at the bottom, or I don't know what's going on. All I know is this man has his lunch break while I'm sitting there waiting for him to finish my oil change. He's chewing and eating, and I'm just like, okay, first of all, that's disgusting. You sitting here eating oil and grease on. But anyway, that's nothing, neither here nor there. Point of the matter is, he does all this. He finishes up the sandwich, throws the wrapper away. Now he's still kind of fiddling around, and I'm looking like, okay, it don't look like he's doing nothing. So again, I'm still thinking like, well, maybe the man underneath is doing all the work, and maybe he just kind of chilling, waiting for him to get done so that he can give my paperwork to sign off on it. Still ain't did nothing. So about 10 minutes go by, I see him take something out of the car, and it looks like he's doing something to it. And I'm like, okay, this is new. I've never seen an oil change where you had to actually physically take something out other than the dipstick and do something to it. So I'm like, okay, not gonna say nothing, because again, new car, probably has new rules. I don't know. So he leans over to me and says, after he does whatever he's doing, he said, oh, I know you're wondering why it's taking so long. It's taking so long because I'm changing your oil filter. Strike one. Sir, why are you changing something that I ain't asked you to change? That's a problem for me, because what that says to me is you're getting ready to add some more money to my bill without asking me. Normally, people would say, oh, I'm just going to let it slide because I came here for... No. Because the way this pandemic is set up, you don't know what's in my pocket, sir. I'm gonna need for you to tighten up. Mm-mm. I didn't pull up here with $1 million, nor do I didn't pull up here knowing how much the oil change was going to cost. As a matter of fact, I kind of guesstimated because I called around and it seemed like, every time I go to this particular one, y'all number are normally a little bit under the amount that the other ones are. So I'm like, even no matter what yours is going to be, I'm sure it's going to be cheaper than what I'm used to going. So I'm not tripping. So I proceeded to say, well, sir, why you change I said, how much is that going to cost? He was like, oh, it's a couple more dollars. I said, oh, wait a minute. How you adding a couple more dollars to my tab without asking me? And furthermore, why are you doing anything in my car without asking me? And I almost slipped him and saying, like, eating lunch while I'm waiting for you to hurry the fuck up. But okay, excuse me. I digress. I told you it grinds my gloss. Okay, I told you. I'm sorry. but yeah. So he's like, yeah, oh, what's it gonna cost? No, it's not gonna cost me nothing because you didn't ask me. Could you do that? You just assume, like, it's one thing to take the initiative and say, I'm going to go ahead and hook her up because this needs to be done. It's another thing just to say, I'm going to go ahead and do this so I can add this to her tab. No, sir. No, sir. No, ma'am. No, ham. We're not doing that. No. I digress. He goes and finishes. Then before he puts the oil in the car, he comes and says, hey, you know your car takes synthetic oil, don't you? I do now. What does that mean, sir? Oh, what that means is it takes you 6,000 miles more. Sir, bottom line, what does this mean? Does this mean it's more expensive or what? Like, what is the importance of you telling me this? Oh, it is more expensive. Okay, let's get to the real brass tacks of it. You're telling me this because it's more expensive. I don't need to hear all that. Just tell me what it is, why it's more expensive, and let's see if I can afford it or not. Because I don't want you to put it in my car and I can't afford it. And then you'd be like, well, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you either because it wasn't in my bank account. So he proceeds to tell me this oil change, because it's synthetic, is going to cost $68. Now, I'm not going to say I'm extremely cheap, but I'm frugal to the mug. And $68 just kind of felt kind of tight for me for oil change, because I'm used to paying. Now, granted, I'm not used to having an updated car, so I'm not gonna lie to you. But I'm used to paying about $30, $40. If it's 40, I'm kind of itching like, what's that about? But nonetheless, I went ahead and gave him that hot 68. Pissed off about it. Yes, I ain't gonna lie. But I will say it was way cheaper than the other locations I had asked about prior to going to that one. The only reason I even went to the one that I was located at is because I know, like, when I do go to them, they are going to be a little bit more cheaper than the most people. Point of the matter is, because the places I've called all around, they were like $99, and I mean, yeah, if mine was only $68 versus $99, ain't too bad. But I digress. But the point of the matter is, what grinds my gloss today is mechanics trying to get over on me just because I'm cute. No, I'm not. I'm not even just why I'm cute, but just mechanics trying to get over on a woman just because I'm a woman. Now, I'm not saying that he charged me too much, because I mean, like I said, when I called around, they're going rich by $99. But I am kind of frustrated that you just gonna throw in that oil change or the oil filter without asking me. But I looked on the receipt, and because I did say a little something, he ain't put it on there. And see, ladies, this is what y'all got to do. Do not let people just talk you into, oh, well, you need it. Listen, if I need it, I'll get it later. But I'm going to get it when I see fit or when I have the funds, because if the car was running fine before you noticed it, it's going to run fine after you notice it, and it's going to run fine until I get it done. So, bruh, do what I asked for. But now that I have done my grind, my gloss vent for today, we're going to move into the reaction video. Yes, this is my first reaction video. Now, like I said, if y'all were tuned in yesterday, as a matter of fact, we were discussing Mr. Kevin Samuels and whether he was a bully or no. So I'm not going to reveal it, because if you haven't seen it, you can go ahead and watch it, and you can find out what the answer was. And you're going to do that. But I'm going to go in some reactions to some of his videos, in my opinion of them. And matter of fact, there are going to be a couple that I'm going to stand out, or I'm going to speak on specifically because it pertains to what we discussed yesterday. So let's get into it.
Hi.
Hi, I'm. I don't know what your topic is tonight, but I
How old are
guess,
you? How old are you?
guess.
Don't play with me. Guess these nuts.
First and foremost, like I said at the beginning of this video, I have nothing against Kevin Samuels when it comes to shirt. Listen, the man is absolutely hilarious. Is he an asshole? Absolutely. Is he rude? Absolutely. Do I love every bit of it? Absolutely, baby. Because, baby, listen, ain't nobody told y'all to call up there just for him to embarrass y'all like that. Like, at the end of the day, if you know good and dang on well that his temper or his approach is not sprinkled with love and fairy dust, then you get what you get. But let's get back into it, honey.
Do you have women issues? Because it seems like you do.
That's not a question. That's a judgment.
Am I married?
Mhm.
Are you married?
I'm going to ask you one more time, and if not, I can bid you a good night.
Oh, so the narrative is if I'm not.
Are you married? If you're not going to,
What does that? But what does that matter?
Going to do what
Okay, I'll say this much: I choose not to be in a relationship.
Choose not to be married. She said, "Do you have woman issues?" And I'm like, "Look, homeboy, you're the last person. Do you have problems with people? Do you have people questioning whether you were naturally born a woman?" It's real. Oh my God! This is why I don't deal with older women. Because why am I making light of this? Because you came on here lying.
Oh. Mm.
You can lie to yourself, but I'm looking at your pictures.
I know. Don't you think I look nice?
I think you look fat.
Hey, okay, wait. We got this. Baby, listen. Wait a minute. Wait. Oh, Jesus. Listen. Now see, that kind of bit, like, I know I got a slick mouth, but I don't think I have that kind of venom in me. Like that right there, sir. Like, okay, listen, that's one of them comebacks is like, don't push me because I'm close to the edge. Kind of. See, that's the type of venom I'm serving for people if you come for me. But yo, like, dude, like, he went straight to the. Now, granted, I didn't see the whole video, but I ain't gonna lie, like his temperament, like when he goes in, it don't matter. I don't think it takes much for him to be ruffled the wrong way. I don't want to say ruffled the wrong way because like at the end of the day, it's just like that's his opinion. But like who hurt you? Now, granted, I can't see nothing but her face, so I can't tell if her body fat or not, or whatever the case may be. So apparently, to him, she is, or I don't know. But it's like, why? Like, what did she do to deserve that? I mean, did she deserve that because she called your show? Like, okay, now I'll put it this way, because that's one thing I will say that makes the show hilarious to me is because you cannot see his platform. You cannot see it for what it is, and then get mad when you get whatever feedback he gives you. When you've seen his platform, you see what he stands for. You see how he responds. You see how he interacts with people. So if you see how he interacts with people, why put yourself on the chopping block? Like, sis, like, why would you do, like, unless she's one of them people that want to get clowned and want to laugh and just joke it off, and she has a high enough self-esteem where she could just take it and be like, all right, well, whatever, and laugh it off. Cool. But it's like, yo, you know, good dang on well. Like he should just call it the roast show. Cause like for the most part, that's what he's doing the whole goddamn time. But I will the only listen, the only thing I will say that I've run into where I kind of, if I'm gonna say anything that I need him to show receipts for, is when he says, he's helped a lot of women or he's helped a lot of men get in long-term relationships or whatever. And if that's the fact, cool. Not saying that you ain't, but what are receipts though? Because for the most part, like if you're gonna lay it, his main thing from what I've noticed in his show series is he is speaking facts. So if he is speaking these facts, then it's like, yeah, it's hard for whether it's woman or female to come in to try to basically wash what he's saying away, because it's like, if prime example, if I'm telling you this right here is orange, and then you tell me it's like, oh no, no, it's green all day. You can't deny, no, it's orange. So it's like, if I'm giving you fact and you're giving me bull, then you get what you get. But see, the only issue that I run into when he does say, well, I ain't gonna say all things, because I mean, for the most part, he speaks facts from what I witnessed for the little shows that I've seen. But it's when he says he's done X, Y, and Z, and we have no receipts of X, Y, and Z. That's the only time that I will say, like, okay, if I have to be on somebody's fence and where I'm leaning towards, I'm gonna lean towards, all right, if you've done this, show me you've done it. That's it. But let's keep it going.
What black men want: nice, fit, your own hair, no children.
I have that. I just need to work on my weight, which I have started doing.
Not the lean.
Yeah,
And there's no excuse. And there's no excuse for even why I'm the size I am.
Your own hair?
I do have my hair. My hair is down to here. Right now, I just got this as a protective style because I like to work out. I've started back working out. So I wanted to do something that would be protective for my hair.
What's a woman's role on the planet?
My role on the planet is to nurture, to teach. I feel that every human being on the...
Nope. It's not your role. The female's role is to support the male.
That's don't you think that's a narrow path?
Name me any species on the planet where the female can survive without the group or the male individually.
Or name vice versa.
We don't need you to survive.
Now, yesterday, like I said, if you were paying attention, if you listened to our podcast yesterday with my homeboy, Eleanor's Worthy, we discussed about, some things that, we discussed Kevin Samuels, actually. And he did ask me to provide, same thing I just said 5 minutes ago, provide receipts of something that I don't really agree with or whatever. Now, grant, like I said, Kevin Samuels speaks a lot of truth. He speaks a lot of facts. All that, right? That's what I'm saying. I'm not even negotiating or debating the stuff that he says that are factual. But that statement he just made where he says, we don't need women. Do I think that's a fact? No, absolutely not. I highly disagree with that. Okay, he says we don't need women because we can survive without a woman. Well, sir, you really can't survive without a woman because you need us to create the man. If we talking about, let's be real. We need each other. We need you to put the seed in, and you need us to deliver the seed. So the whole, you don't need us, yeah, that's where it kind of falls apart. Like, without the oven, you get no bread. You see what I did there? Because see, his main platform is a high value man. A woman only wants a man that has plenty of money and makes plenty of bread. Well, guess what, sir? No bread can be baked if you don't have the baker. Just saying. I'm just saying. So to answer your receipt question, L Norsworthy, yeah, and I'm gonna tag you in this video when it drops, sir. That's my homie, so you know it ain't gonna be no beef or nothing. But he wanted receipts. Here's the receipt. This is one receipt that I can say if I had to disagree with a statement that Mr. Samuel said, that would be one, because you do need us. You do need a female, and guess what? We do need the male too. So when you, and then see, I'm gonna let the audience hear the rest of what he proceeds to say to defend his point of that. Now, I don't necessarily agree with his point either, but I'm going to stop it at the point of my one thing that I can say that I don't agree with him saying is that, because yeah, you do need the woman. You absolutely need the woman in the world. And you absolutely need the man as well. We need each other. And that is the cohesiveness. Or that's the problem that we're running into. If you're looking at social media timeline, or not even looking at, if you're looking at the world today, the biggest issue that we're running into is the who's bringing what to the table topic, which needs to be abolished, period. Because at the end of the day, we're here to work together. We're here to unite. We're not here to work against each other. Because truth be told, we all can survive without each other as an adult. Because shit that people are saying, well, you know, what can I bring? What can you bring? Or whatever. Listen, we were built, God made us just enough. So do we want to do everything by ourselves? No. But do we have the capability to do everything by ourselves? Yes. But in the same breath, we are not meant to be on this earth by ourselves. He made us in pairs for a reason. Can we handle all the load by ourselves? Yes. Should we? No. But let's go ahead and continue.
We built the world.
You need us.
No, ma'am. See, you feminists, womanists have no idea you're living counter to nature. That's what the coronavirus showed you, that your education and your ability to get out here, and you can't nurture shit without a man and a family. Your job is, the man's job is to build. The woman's job is to nest.
Correct.
Now, one thing I don't like about what she talks about correct or whatever, she's so easy to give him the, yes, you're absolutely right, whether she believes or not. Because I don't believe she believed that. I just feel like she didn't want to be cut off anymore. She wanted just to sit there long enough so she could make her point. But in the same breath, you ain't gonna make your point on his show. Because baby, one thing he ain't gonna do is let you get the other upper hand. He will quickly tell you, you ain't coming on my platform telling me what's right. That's right. You heard what I said. Now, granted, like when you go on somebody's show, you can't take control of their show. So I 100% understand where he's coming from that. Like, if this is the topic of my show and this is what we're discussing today, let's stay on topic and let's discuss what we're doing on my show. But you can't get mad when someone has a different opinion of what you're stating, sir. Because I guess the whole point of being on the whole point of someone coming on your show or even talking or discussing anything with you, about your topic is to have a different point of view. And if you don't want to hear the other point of view, then what's the point of you opening your platform? Just saying. But I digress.
What's a woman's role on the planet?
How do I defend? Why don't you go on offense? Why don't you make home so goddamn nice and keep his stomach full, his balls empty, and his mind at peace so much that he doesn't want to go anywhere else? How about that? What a novel goddamn concept.
Pause. Again, listen, he said he wanted receipts of what I didn't like about stuff. He said, okay, now, that is a novel idea. You want your man to feel at peace when he comes home, right? But are we living in the 1960s or are we in the 2000s? What I mean by that is this. In the 1960s, the man was going out there, making all the bread, doing all the hard labor, and making sure the house was taken care of. Making sure the bills at the home was taken care of. So the mother's job was to make sure she take care of the kids, the meals are made. When he gets home, he's relaxed. You speak to him softly. I understand all that, because that makes sense. If I was a stay-at-home wife right now, not even because I don't have kids, so let me just speak on what I can speak on. If I was a stay-at-home wife right this second, And I had no worries, no wants as far as finances because my husband is going out there making sure all the finances are met. All I have to do is make sure the house is clean, make sure I'm looking nice when he come home, make sure when he get home it's not no argument. It's just he comes home to his castle, he can relax, chill, whatever. Guess what? I ain't got no problem doing that because at that point in time, that is my job because it's almost like you're taking the role of a parent. Now watch this. Yeah, I'm gonna do that TDJ thing real quick. Because when you get married, typically, traditionally, the husband or the boyfriend or whatever that you're dating is supposed to ask your father for your hand in marriage, right? And why is he asking your father? Because your father is going to see if you are worthy enough to take care of his daughter financially, mentally, physically, everything, right? That's why you have to ask the dad for the hand in marriage, right? So, what does that mean? If the dad says, yes, you have my blessing to marry my daughter, what the dad is saying is, you are now taking my role. You now have to provide for my daughter like I provided for her. Right? So, if you're going to take the role of my father, and then I have to respect you as a father figure, you ain't going to say it like that though. Because they're going, no, you ain't marrying your father. Oh no, not in the nasty way, but typically, if that is the tradition, you are marrying the aspect of your father. You are marrying someone that is supposed to be there to take care of you financially, mentally, all of that, right? So if that is who I'm supposed to be marrying, then yes, I am supposed to treat you like the king and what else do you need and give you the big piece of chicken and all that shit. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm supposed to do because that is the role you're taking. You're taking on the father figure in the household. But if you're one of those guys that's doing none of that, and then your wife is also working, you have not made a living to the point where she and listen, we ain't talking about the people that he's saying because he always speaks about high value men. But regardless if you're a high value man or not, a man in general wants the same type of woman. They want a woman that's going to take care of the household, be submissive, and all that, right? So okay. Well, if you want a woman to be submissive, you want her to keep you full and cook your dinners and clean your house and do all that stuff, right? Don't you have to do your part too? Are you just going to put everything on the woman? Because guess what? When I say do your part too, you want her to treat you like a king. What are you doing to treat her like a queen? That part. It all together, ladies and gentlemen, it's hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. You need each other to make it work. But 5 minutes ago, he said men don't need women. Lies, but I digress. Keep on.
And I try something different.
Well, it's not the sex that was the problem. It's not the sex that was the problem. It's not the sex that was the problem.
You trying to say it was me?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Because my ex-husband still wants to come back to this day.
Okay.
So obviously I was doing something right.
Okay.
It was him. Once I opened my legs, he started acting
crazy.
See,
all right. Okay.
Be realistic, Samuel. It's about value.
Yeah, and your value is low.
Oh, wow. And how do you know that? You're not
because you're 5'4" and 200 pounds.
Okay.
And 37 years old with 2 kids. That's how I know. In Kentucky.
Okay. That's your opinion.
It's not my opinion.
Seen my body before, so you just
I don't have to see your body. I know you're 5'4" and almost 200 pounds with 2 kids in Kentucky. And I see
you said you're a 10 and you're not a 10.
My face is not a 10. I don't have no makeup on and my hair is not done. And this is all real hair.
Mm-hmm.
So
all right.
I think I'm definitely a 10.
What about the NBA players?
Again, I'm not talking.
Now wait a minute. Before we get into this one, wait a minute. We gotta go back to Miss 10. I don't know where she's from. from the accent, I would assume New York. But she was so serious. She was so adamant about her 10. She was like, boo, you don't think I'm a 10? Look at this, no makeup, all my hair. Okay, baby. Now, I'm not saying she ain't a 10. I don't give a damn what she is because I don't swing for that team. I don't care what she is. But I will say, if you're going to go on his show knowing what type of reckless mouth he has and going to claim that you a 10, baby, you better come with the 10 look. Your hair need to be laid down to the now. I mean, he tried to play that. Oh, I don't want no makeup or whatever. I don't care. Look, if you gonna tell Mr. Samuels you a 10, baby, you need to be a size 2. Them abs need to be popping. That makeup need to be flawless, and that hair need to be laid. You can't come in there with, first of all, with no fuzzy camera, and not with your hair not combed, and then say that you're a 10. Now, regardless if that's the truth or not to somebody, because again, I don't look at y'all like that. But you're a 10 to someone. But I'm gonna be honest with you, if someone is going to judge by what he just saw, yeah, ain't nobody gonna say that's a 10. I'm sorry. Unless they're in love with you. And if they in love with you, they got to say that. But anyway, I digress. The last but not least, a reaction video that I'm going to let you all see is my all-time favorite. He has, now this may not be the one, now this probably did go viral. This is not the one he went viral off of, but if this didn't go viral, it needed to, because baby, when I tell you that man's mouth so reckless, baby, listen, check this out.
Average.
Okay, I need you to understand something. I need you to focus, please. Please stop asking me about celebrities, entertainers, and athletes. Can you stick to the people that we are?
Yeah, but who can I give you an example of that you would know?
Well, I don't care about them because their world is different.
Right, okay.
A
lot of them have average-looking women, though, at home.
I don't give a shit. See, the problem is if you have to stick to the conversation right here, you can't win.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's no different than me sitting around talking about Rihanna and Beyonce and Saweetie. Do you know them?
No, I mean, I've been to their parties. But
Thank you, but you paid them.
I didn't pay them.
That you get the point. Somebody paid them for you.
Yeah, I guess so.
Thank you. I'm talking about the kind of men that you would be competing with somebody else for. See, you ladies don't like to stay in reality because you just want to be right.
Really?
Are you married?
No.
Do you want to be married?
Yes.
Do you want children?
Yes.
Do you think your husband will be a musician, an actor, or an athlete?
Probably. I'm serious. Probably. Those are the men that I've dated.
How old are you?
29.
No.
I don't know. I mean, I have a pretty good resume.
of dicks, yeah.
Yeah.
Resume,
my book is nice.
Yeah, your roster of dead dicks is nice, but you got no wedding rings.
Listen, baby, listen. Cutthroat, baby. When I tell you he came for her ancestors on that one, baby. Oh, nigga, no. How she was able to keep a straight, like I just, luckily she clearly, you could tell she either has a, like, she just has to have like a humbling spirit or something. There is no way I could have someone say that to me without wanting to throw them hands. Now, granted, what he said may have been factual, but did he have to go that hard? I'm just saying, baby. After that, I was no more good. I was no more good. Okay. All right, we're gonna move on. But this last clip is one young lady that actually did get him to stumble a little bit over his work. Because one thing he did say, I mean, this is one of my favorite clips of all time that he has done. But one thing that he did say that I will say, if I had to disagree on anything on his because everything that he said was not only hilarious, but even though it was true, one thing that he did say is women are so quick to defend and they just want to be right. Well, this is the problem, sir. When you come on, like when people come on your show, your whole objective is to be right. Now, if your objective is to be right because you're supporting it with facts, I have no problem with that. What I do have a problem with is when you are trying to be right the entire show and you are flawed in your delivery and what you're saying because some of the stuff that you're saying is no longer facts, they're opinions. And when they become opinions, they're no longer facts. So therefore, you can't always be right. But you're saying, well, people come on my show and they're only coming on here defensive and trying to be right. Well, not always, because I feel like there has been quite a few times where people have come on your show and they're not necessarily trying to be defensive and trying to be right. I feel like they're trying to give you this, get you to see the other side of the fence. Now, can there be both people being right? No, there always has to be a right or a wrong. But can there be a different way to look at things? Absolutely. So, excuse me, when people come in or call into your show, I don't think they're always necessarily trying to prove a point and say, hey, this is why you're wrong and I'm right. I think a lot of them are calling in to say, I hear what you're saying, but have you ever thought about this? And that might be, well, I'm not even gonna say that might be, that is the disconnect. That is the disconnect. And that's why you may always feel like that people are trying to defend themselves and they're always trying to be right. No, they're just trying to get to show you a different point of view to see what you think about that point of view. Not necessarily for you to argue back and forth with them, but if you wouldn't argue back and forth, then you wouldn't have a platform, because that's the whole point. That's the entertainment factor right there. But anyway, but this last clip is a young lady that did get to sprinkle a little salt in there and say, hey, you saying all this, but what about this? So let's get into it.
You're single right now, and not, but you meet high value women right now at your age that are single, right? And they're of your age, I'm assuming. They could be a little bit younger, a little bit older than me.
Sure. I mean, high value women of all ages, yeah.
But you know what? You're not marrying them.
But that's not, but you see, the difference is, I've been married twice.
You've been in that area already.
And the difference is, if I want to be married, I can be married in 6 months. See, you guys, it almost like.
Yeah, yeah. She got him. Mm-hmm. That's what happened. Well, you see, you guys, you just she got him. Mm-hmm. You guys and he ain't know what to say. You know why? Because you are on your platform every day telling women why they're not getting married, and they're the helpmate or whatever you want to call it, and you're not doing this, and you're so wrong. Now listen, I don't have nothing wrong with you saying be accountable for your bullshit. 100% agreed with that. However, you can't get mad when you're pointing the finger and then someone points it right back at you. Because that's what just happened in that last clip. That last clip, she was like, hey, you telling us, you know what I'm saying? We need to, if we're going to want a high value man, we need to do this, X, Y, and Z to get this man. And this is how we're going to get married. But are you married though? That part. And he's like, oh no, I'm not married. But no. Because had the shoe been on the other foot and she was the one answering that question, as soon as she said, no, I'm not married, and had the but, your behind would have been in there like, no. That's the point. And would have been cutting her off the whole time. Cutting her off. See, she snuck that in. Sister, I don't know who you are, but I ain't mad at that sneak game, because that was sneaky dicky move. Because you had with him, you got to slide it in there, because I almost feel like he knows everybody's going to come into his show defensive. And it's like, yeah, you're everybody that's going to call you is going to come in defensive because of the subject matter that you're either talking about on your platform or the way you talk about things on your platform. Because what's the long phrase that everybody knows? It's not what you say, it's how you say it, and how you approach every topic is so aggressive and so rude and so attack mode, then when people call into your show, they're already on attack mode. Yes, absolutely, because energy begets energy. If you tell me you ain't shit, my natural response is not going to be, well, maybe I'm not. Who's going to say that? Now, granted, me, because I'm a different type of human being, if you come at me and yell at me that I'm not shit, 9 times out of 10, I don't give a damn that you said that. Only reason I don't give a damn that you said that is because, first of all, I have to value you for that to mean anything for me. If I don't know you, if I don't value you, if you mean nothing to me in my life, you don't do anything to support my life or my well-being, then you thinking I ain't shit means nothing to me. That's none of my business, nor do I give a damn. However, if you're someone that I actually value or I admire or call a friend and you say that, then and only then will I say, okay, now I might need to be offended. Why do you feel that? Well, that's where I'm coming from. But I wish a nigga would tell me I ain't shit and you think I give a fuck. I'm sorry, don't. But moving right along, that has been another episode of Kandid Kisses TV. I hope you all enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your cousins, tell your mom and them. Tell all of them to come holler at your girl Michelle C, aka DJ Make a Move, the Jello Ball Trades. We are again on Spotify, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram streets, all these things. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you check us out. And last but not least, if you did not know, I'm also a makeup artist, and we have a line called Kissable Lips Cosmetics. That's right, Kissable Lips Cosmetics for all your beauty needs. And Kissable Lips Cosmetics is a full line of cosmetics, skincare, foundations, eyeshadows, lashes, lip gloss, baby. We got everything that you need because you can't be kissed without kissable lips, baby. So check that out. And October 23rd, we will be celebrating 17 years in the cosmetic game. If you're in the Atlanta area, make sure you check us out. You can get tickets to the Mixtape Glam release party that's going to be held at Kissable Lips Cosmetics. And you can get tickets on our website, kissablelipscosmetics.com. Scroll down till you see events, click the button, and go ahead and get your ticket. Now, you might want to hurry up because we are almost sold out. We have, I think, about 8 tickets left, and then there's no more. I'm sorry. You shouldn't have waited too long. That has been another episode. Make sure you tune in every Monday, Thursday, and every other Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And like I always say about this time, do not come to the circus if you ain't come to clown, baby. See you next time. Kandid Kisses TV is brought to you by Kissable Lips Cosmetics. You can be kissed without kissable lips. Shop kissablelipscosmetics.com today for all your beauty needs. Guess what? Kandid Kisses TV has merch. That's right. You can find it at artistperiod.com. We have everything you need. We have hoodies. We have coffee mugs. We even have throw pillows and beach towels for the summer. Get it right. Keep it tight. Listen, everything you need to get your drip right, artistperiod.com has it for you. That's artistperiod.com. Get your drip right with artistperiod.com and Kandid Kisses TV. Make sure you get it today. Kandid Kisses TV is sponsored by Singadoo.